What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Non Julio giving that fire content once again, and today I'm with one of my very good friends, John Ubaldi.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, my friend?
Great, buddy.
And today I thought we'd try something else different today. The California fires. My country is completely being succumbed in fire. Celebrities are losing their houses. People are losing their homes. And this guy right here has had a first hands-on experience coming from Chico, correct?
Yep.
Right outside of Butte, correct? Paradise.
Yep.
Where the whole fire has been going down. And John, I have you here to ask you, what was the first day like, and what was the vibe of the city and the town?
The first day wasn't too crazy. We were really thinking about whether or not it was going to really keep growing or not. We saw that there was a big change in the landscape, especially the sky. We saw completely blue skies to the left, and then we saw completely black skies, gray skies coming in with all the wind. And the first day it started out, it was about 1,000 acres maybe at 8 o'clock. And then by 8 o'clock at night, it was 18,000 acres. And then by the next morning, it was 50,000 acres.
50,000 acres.
Yeah, it grew 30,000 acres when we were sleeping at night, which didn't make us feel too good. So the next day we left.
Next day you left.
Yeah.
And then you also returned to see, just to get valuables, or you just returned because?
Returned to get valuables and to see how the town was doing and where the fire actually burnt up to. So my really good friend Tommy, his dad lives on the outskirts of town, and the fire, he got evacuated from his place, and the fire literally burnt all the way up to his sidewalk, like right next to
the whole
his house.
sidewalk.
Yeah, right next to the sidewalk. All the grass and everything that was right there just burnt like right up to it.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, so we're happy that his dad's safe. We're happy that all of his possessions are okay and everything. But my girlfriend Laura, her really good friend that's in one of her classes, she grew up in Paradise, and her parents have a house in Paradise, and she had a house in Paradise, and all of that's gone. Basically, all of Paradise, the whole town, is completely leveled. There's maybe 100 structures left, and over like 6,000 went down in the fire.
Jesus. So, when do you think the Paradise fire is completely going to end? It's November 14th today, I'm correct? November 14th. And the projections say that they should have been done like tomorrow, or not tomorrow, or like within a couple of days, or?
I think that they're at 25% containment right now at over 100,000 acres. And so I think they're hoping by the end of the month that they'll have it completely done, but we're not exactly sure when it's going to be contained, because it really just depends on those winds and how far those winds are going to push those little embers, and then those embers start more fires.
Exactly. We have a lot of firefighters coming from other states just trying to contain this fire, because it's the largest fire, and quote me if I'm wrong, California history, I believe, the deadliest fire in California history.
I think it's the deadliest fire in 85 years, because the 1906 earthquake in San Francisco was actually, I think, the most devastating one, because that ruptured a lot of pipes, and so we couldn't actually even fight the fires that happened there. And I think that was the most deadly one. And then the Carr fire that happened earlier in the summertime in Redding, that was more acreage. That was over 220,000 acres, and we're only at 100,000 right now. So I hope it doesn't get anywhere close to either of those, but it's definitely the most deadly fire for killing people in the last 85 years, hands down.
Yeah, and so far, by this date, there's been 43 confirmed dead, over 200 missing. But with the amount of people who were actually able to get out, I believe it was like between this fire and the Southern California fire, it's been like 250,000 people have evacuated.
I believe
something
that.
around that. But there's 16 fires going on in California, some bigger than others. But the fire season seems to just have been going on year round. Do you think that it's our fault that these fires are continuing to spread? Do you think it's the climate change? Do you have any idea of what you think maybe?
I think forest management is definitely not smart. So on a federal level and on a state level, we've been poor with our forest management. Basically, we have brush below or dead trees that fall, and we haven't been taking out those dead trees or even doing small burns that will clear out that brush on the bottom. And if we did things like that, then we wouldn't have these super fires basically that we're having, that have all this brush on the bottom, all these dead trees on the bottom, and then it burns 10 times hotter than it normally would. So when all of this happens, and then you have firefighters who have been going nonstop for other fires, like the Carr fire, they were just working for like a month straight, and they just didn't stop. It's kind of going to be like this one. They're sleeping on the ground outside while they wake up in a blanket of ash.
Exactly, and it's just made so many people just leave their homes, and cars have been reduced to ash. I mean, pretty much people's whole lives have just been affected by this, not only there, but also family members who have to take in certain people, just other situations that this fire just kind of pretty much destroyed California in a sense. Even you guys probably don't know that we're actually located in the Bay Area around Oakland, San Francisco, to give you guys some larger landmarks you guys might know about. And the air quality here is so poor that they're recommending that no one stays outside for longer than 30 to 40 minutes at a time, because the air quality is just so filled with just ash of probably just different materials like carpets, like metals.
Anything that you would find in a home, anything that you find in a car. You're inhaling people's bones, people's hair, people's skins from the people that burned alive. And it sounds nasty, but it's the truth. And, my heart just goes out to everybody who has lost their home and lost a loved one. If you do want to help donate to the Paradise Campfire, you can always do that. They're taking donations at churches up there. There's Butte Strong. That's a website that you can go to, purchase a sweatshirt. 100% of the proceeds.
I'll put all these links in the description below, by the way, as well.
100% of these proceeds will go to the campfire victims. I was up there with my girlfriend, and we went to a Walmart, and we're literally distributing clothes. And people were so thankful that we were just giving them blankets or just a beanie or something so simple, but it meant the world to them. And I remember one of the women came up to my girlfriend after she handed her a beanie, and she said, "God bless," and was crying, and my girlfriend hugged her, and it was just a really emotional moment. And you could see right then and there how much this fire is truly affecting other people, seeing a hands-on experience like that.
Not to mention that the one in NorCal has plans of containment and plans of restructure and plans of rebuilding. Of course, patience is the biggest thing, and of course we have to wait for it, but the fire in SoCal is only getting bigger and only getting worse, and we're not sure, the limits of how much it's going to spread, with over 50-mile-per-hour winds that are continuing to blow strong, and just with all this dry land that, California really hasn't had a solution for. There's not really, we don't really know what's going to happen after all this, and I don't think it's really going to hit us until a week or two from now to really see what the results of all this carnage has really taken account of. But in other news, I was also listening to some of these people who are doing conspiracy theories. I don't know how you want to feel about this. People are saying that they're having energized weaponry to blast some of these fires. And the reason they're saying that is because a lot of these trees are still standing after this forest fire, and some of the leaves have not been burnt, which I think is a very stupid argument. But do you know anything about why the trees might be standing? I don't know if you know anything about that.
Yeah, basically you have trees have so many different layers of protection. So they have their outer bark, and then they, also too, when you're thinking about where a fire is burning, if that wind is going 50 miles an hour, it could blow right past that thing. It could literally jump and skip. Like I've seen the fires in Chico, they skipped over an entire freeway. So I mean, if the embers can just blow over a little bit here, that doesn't mean that necessarily the whole tree is going to go up in smoke. Sometimes it will, but there are times where it won't. So.
Also to mention the moisture, there are probably a lot of trees still are a lot moister.
Oh, especially up north too, compared to down south. Like up north, they're in the mountains, and so they're at a good amount of elevation. I remember even going there in the summertime, it was like 20 degrees cooler up there, and it was definitely more moist, like you're saying. So that could definitely be a large factor as well.
Exactly, and I think it's kind of scary as well. Like this would normally be around the rain season where we'd be having in California, where
we could use some of that.
Oh yeah, we could really use some rain. So if you guys know Storm from X-Men, if you guys can give her a call, that'd be really helpful. We can need as much rainfall as we possibly can. I've been showing you guys clips throughout this whole thing. There's like the air quality and just the things that we're actually dealing with in the Bay. And I wanted to make this video for you guys because no one's really giving you guys a personal perspective. There's only been news reports and interviews, but I want you guys to get an idea of how me in the Bay Area and John from Chico have actually been been in the situation hands-on and actually been dealing with, just the air, just the situation, the news stories. And it's not personally affected us because we haven't lost anything of great value. We've only, dealt with people who've been going through this worst tragedy. And anything else you want to add? I was wondering.
Just the fact that I really want to say my heart goes out to everybody who's been affected by these fires, and I'm really sorry for anything that you guys have lost or anyone that you guys have lost. I know Julius feels the same way, that we're both eternally sorry. And if you guys do have the means to donate, any little thing helps. You might not think $5-10 isn't going to make a difference, but it's going to make a difference, especially with 10 people, 100 people just donate $5-10. It's going to make a really big difference to a lot of people.
Exactly. Well, I hope this video gave you guys some perspective on what's really going on right now. I'd love to make more content like this in the future. John, I'd like to thank you for coming in, giving your perspective, giving your word and everything.
Always a great time being with this
Please
guy.
like, comment, and subscribe. And I appreciate everybody for watching. And it's your boy Don Julio, man. I am out, man. Peace.